vouchers distributed to persons impacted by the oil spill. Fishermen expressed gratitude for the assistance received. Owner or owners of vessels involved in oil spill to be held accountable, and in sports, Karate in Schools initiative launched. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, March 1st, 2024. Topping the news tonight. Early this morning, 100 vouchers were distributed to fisherfolk and other persons affected by the oil spill. This is according to Deputy Chief Secretary and the Secretary for the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith B. Israel, who spoke at a THA media briefing today. Ariana Scipio has more details.
Dr. Faith B. Israel said the distribution of vouchers at the Shore Park Food Hub on Friday morning happened after consulting with the fisherfolk and other stakeholders impacted by the oil spill.
It is a pleasure to report that this morning we have completed the distribution of 100 vouchers to those who have been affected. That happened right across the street at the food hub.
While most people received vouchers, others were left without. However, that is being treated with according to the Deputy Chief Secretary.
And that is fine. My officers were instructed to collect their information. We will collate that information and we will provide that additional support to those individuals.
Dr. B. Israel stated that this could be done by next week. Furthermore, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine disclosed the reason they decided to distribute vouchers instead of hampers.
The needs vary based on the family, and we know some families may have young children and they may need stuff from the grocery specific to that need. Some might have elderly in their homes and they may have a different set of needs.
Dr. B. Israel shared that these vouchers are valued at $1,000 and noted that her division and the THA will continue to provide the support needed. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
In response to the devastating oil spill that occurred on February 7th, the Tobago House of Assembly THA has taken a significant step towards alleviating the hardships faced by fisherfolk and stakeholders in the Scarborough-Lambro area. Today at the Food Hub, the distribution of food vouchers was conducted to provide relief to those affected by the environmental disaster. Trevesia Phillips has more.
Assistant Secretary for the Division of Food Security, Assemblyman Nigel Tates, oversaw the distribution process, emphasizing the collaborative effort between the Division of Fisheries and stakeholders in compiling a comprehensive list of recipients. He stated that the vouchers, each valued at $1,000, are designated exclusively for the purchase of food items.
We have a registered list of fisherfolk from the Division of Fisheries. Right, so we have that, and then we compile with some names that was added by the stakeholders, those who sell within the vicinity that was affected. So we compile the names together and put that together to present the vouchers to the folks.
The sentiment was echoed by Gart Otley, Director of Fisheries within the Food Security Division, who expressed his satisfaction.
Well, I am extremely happy to see that the Tobago House of Assembly is relieving the fisherfolk from that stress that they were going through. I mean, some of them would still continue to be impacted. And I know that the Assembly would continue to have discussions with them in an attempt to relieve those stresses that they are going through.
Among those who welcomed the relief efforts was Ainsley Daniel, Acting President of the Lambo Fisherfolk Association.
Well, it's all right. It's a start. It's a start. We welcome it. We feel good about it. We're hoping that this would lead to the real stuff for taking care of the people properly. Because we don't know what will happen 2 years, 3 years down the road. People could start increasing in cancer and all these things from that spill.
Similarly, Kerry McCoon, representing the Scarborough Fishing Association and a trustee in the Tobago Unified Fisherfolk Association, expressed gratitude for the relief measures initiated by the THA.
I must say I am grateful to be, part and parcel of this here this morning, this relief that the THA has begun to grant the fishermen. I am hoping that it continues, because we are really in a serious state, right? And most times over the years, fishermen have felt left out and unappreciated.
Sumati Ramkisoon, president of the Lambo Fisher Folk Association, expressed her appreciation for the assistance received.
I feel very proud of that. It's to get something to put food on the table because we all are suffering in Lambo. We all are terribly suffering because all my children and them is fisher folks. Them is fishermen are their livelihood. And nothing go from the 7th of last month till now. We get something that I thank God and I'm grateful for that.
As the distribution of food vouchers brings a semblance of relief to the affected community, stakeholders remain cautiously optimistic about the future, emphasizing the importance of ongoing support and dialogue to address the multifaceted challenges posed by the oil spill. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
During today's THA media briefing, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine said when the owner of the Gulfstream vessel is identified, the THA will hold them responsible, as the oil spill severely affected the island. Furthermore, he said he was pleased that the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, shared that he might have a clue as to who is responsible for the spill.
So it means that we might be getting closer to some discovery of who or what is behind all of this. And I think that will be quite interesting.
On another note, the Chief Secretary said that the rigid cleanup will take 6 to 9 months, but the team is aiming to get back practical use of areas affected by the spill within a much shorter period.
Why we need 6 to 9 months? Because there are fine cleaning and detailed cleaning that the average person will not see, will not pay attention to. That will take us some time.
He said Petit Trou Lagoon is a delicate area requiring a different type of cleaning than what was done at the beaches to protect its ecosystem. On Thursday, PNM Tobago Council leader Ansel Dennis hosted a press briefing highlighting the unlawful manner in which the Friendship Connector Road project is being done. Dennis advocated on behalf of Derek Hearn, an occupant of the part of the land used for the $70 million project. Hearn filed an injunction. Travicia Phillip has the details.
In a Facebook Live last evening, Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James, accused leader of the PNM Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, of trying to stop the Friendship Connector Road project.
He's doing his best to ensure that this road never gets completed. When it is not Mr. Walters, they're trying to push from behind that we're negotiating with. When it's not the EMA that come to stop the road, it is no Hearn.
James alleged that PNM got away with executing projects without the requisite approvals and made some strong statements against the Environmental Management Agency's operations.
The EMA is another special case. Special group of people. They sat back in Tobago for 20 years and never once stopped a THA project. Not once.
On Wednesday, 28 February, High Court Judge Eleanor Justice Honeywell granted the injunction. Hearn challenged the Assembly's unauthorized possession and construction works on the lands without proper planning permissions. The judge also noted that town and country approvals were not granted to construct the roadway.
So, this is the road that they want to stop. But do what they want. And we have finished them. Do what they want. Say what they want for say. We can't tell the dialect properly. Say what they want for say. We have finished them. And then people from Canaan and Bonacara got drive for them. People are going to the airport just now.
He lamented that after 47 years of the THA and after about 5 or 6 chief secretaries, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine will be the one to open the road. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
No place like home, 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 home. Tobago, baby!
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me.
And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of a canal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home.
We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
March 1st is designated by the United Nations as Zero Discrimination Day, affirming the right of everyone to live a full and productive life with dignity. Tobago typically welcomes people to enjoy what the island has to offer, but that is limited to individuals who do not need assistance in getting around. People who are wheelchair-bound often face difficulties, an issue that Chairman of the Equal Opportunity Commission, HR, Ian Roach, wants Tobago to address.
Senator H.R. Ian Roach is wheelchair-bound and currently serves as the chairman of the Equality Opportunity Commission. While the board met in Tobago over the last couple of days for strategic planning meetings, Roach was unable to join them.
I'm wheelchair-bound and I'm not able to get an appropriate hotel of all the hotels in Tobago where I can come and feel at home and properly be catered for in order to have proper use without injuring myself there.
There are a few accommodations in Tobago that may provide some accessibility for wheelchair-bound individuals, such as bathrooms with railings, but it is not enough to allow for independent stays. Persons with mobility issues still require assistance from able-bodied individuals. General accessibility in public spaces and facilities remain a problem.
It's shameful. I think it's absurd, to say the least, right? I have not been able to come to Tobago, which I used to do before I was paralyzed. To have a swim, I will come to court, and after my quarter here, and I certainly will go to Stokeby and have a swim before going back to Trinidad.
Since becoming paralyzed, Roach lamented that he has not been able to enjoy the beaches in Tobago.
If I want to take a swim now, I have to jump on a plane and go as far as Curacao or Cayman Islands to get a swim.
However, in September 2023, Pigeon Point Heritage Park became the first beach in Tobago to acquire a water wheelchair, allowing differently abled people to safely enjoy the water. So far, it remains the only water wheelchair on the island. The EOC chairman wants the tourism sector in Tobago to consider accommodating people with mobility issues.
Tobago is a tourist destination, and we should be alive to this issue. Is it something that needs to be dealt with ASAP?
Such issues have been on the agenda for the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association, but many of the existing accommodations on the island are old and need to be retrofitted to improve access for wheelchair-bound persons. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Coco Velvet International is seeking to bring the Miss World pageant to Tobago. The model agency is preparing for the finals of the Miss Tobago competition on Sunday to select a delegate to compete for Miss World Trinidad and Tobago. But they want to take things further and bring the globally renowned competition to Tobago and the Eastern Caribbean in 2028. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Could the Miss World competition take place in Tobago? Well, model agency Coco Velvet International certainly hopes so. CEO of Coco Velvet International, Christopher Nathan, has already begun mobilizing to bring the beauty pageant to Tobago.
Because it was held in Puerto Rico, but never in the Eastern Caribbean. What we want to do is to be very strategic and systematic about this project. So firstly, we are engaging the Miss World Trinidad and Tobago organization. They've already spoken to them.
After which, Nathan says a proposal will be sent to Cabinet and then to CARICOM. He also wants other islands in the Eastern Caribbean to be a part of it.
Because Miss World boasts 100 million viewers for the event every year. And imagine our islands getting that kind of exposure, the amount of tourism benefits that can accrue as a result of it. Because what we want to do, Coco Velvet, is to position Tobago as a hotspot for fashion and beauty event tourism.
Nathan is aiming for the competition to be hosted in 2028. In the meantime, all is set for the crowning of Miss Tobago finals on Sunday to be held at the Shore Park complex.
We also have a segment for top model Trinidad and Tobago, where one lucky Tobagonian model is going to be issued an international modeling contract to work in Paris, New York, London, and Milan. And then we have a fashion segment featuring Tobagonian designers, which we call Tobago Fashion Collection.
The winner of Miss Tobago will then go to Trinidad to compete against other delegates to be crowned Miss Trinidad and Tobago and be entered into the Miss World competition. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, TTCIC, welcomes the coordinated legislative approach towards full freedom of movement within CARICOM, aiming to remove internal barriers hindering regional commerce. In a press release issued on Thursday, they highlighted deeper engagement with Guyana in agriculture, foreseeing benefits in agri-value chain development, food security, and export growth. Advocating a holistic regional approach leveraging comparative advantages, they express eagerness to contribute meaningfully to stakeholder engagement. Emphasizing public-private partnerships, they stress the importance of addressing barriers to goods and services for regional growth. The Chamber anticipates further details on national security measures and commits to supporting initiatives promoting regional prosperity. Sport is up next. Stay tuned.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome to a sport report. As the rise in school violence continues to attract the attention of the public, one martial arts group in Tobago is attempting to intervene in a timely manner. The Gym of the Future Champs is hoping that by introducing young people to the sport, their energies can be channeled into something positive. More about this from Marcus Daniel.
Effort to eradicate deviant behaviors among school students, the Karate in Schools initiative was launched by hosts Gym of Future Champions at the Shaw Park Cultural Complex on Wednesday. Under the theme, Perseverance Brings Success, the initiative aims to instill discipline and self-confidence in primary and secondary school students. Minister of Sport and Community Development, Shamfa Kojo-Lewis, delivered the featured address at the event and commended the organization for creating the program.
Sport is important, just as important as maths, as English, as building yourself academically. You must also build yourself physically and mentally.
Minister Kojo-Lewis also saluted Master Danny Roberts for his commitment to working with students in introducing martial arts to schools in Tobago. She said that the Ministry of Sport and Community Development has a mandate to support karate's continued development through schools and communities. Standing in for Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, Assemblyman Sonny Gregg emphasized that karate is not only for physical skills or expertise.
To lead yourself. And one of the things I've learned about karate is that it teaches you discipline and how to manage yourself, manage your emotions, manage your passion.
The audience was treated to a few demonstrations by members of the Tobago Martial Arts Association. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Some of the biggest names in West Indies cricket will be part of the upcoming 2024 Dream 2 Tobago T10 Blast. Players such as Sunil Narayan and Lendell Simmons will be competing alongside players in Tobago for what is expected to be an epic tournament. Sports reporter Marcus Daniel has more details on who else will be a part of the tournament in this story.
Former West Indies players Sunil Narayan and Lendell Simmons were drafted for the second edition of the Dream 11 Tobago T10 Blast. The tournament is set to take place at the Shaw Park Recreational Ground from Thursday, March 21st to Friday, April 5th, 2024. At the draft, which took place at the conference room of the Division of Health, Narayan was the first pick among the Trinidad players for the Mount Irving Surfers, while Simmons was snapped up by the Strawberry Snorkelers. Vincentians, Dylan Thomas and Shamron Hooper were drafted for the Strawberry Snorkelers and Pirates Bay Raiders respectively, and Bajan Ryson Williams to the Kings Bay Royals. Prior to the draft, each of the 6 franchises retained 7 players, inclusive of 4 players not from Tobago and 3 Tobago-based players. On the draft day, an additional 7 players, 4 players from Tobago and 3 players not from Tobago completed the roster for the franchises. Last season's beaten finalists, Pirates Bay Raiders, retained hard-hitting opening batsman Evan Lewis. West Indies emerging players standout Joshua James, Jaden Kent, Nathan Stewart and Ansel Ned were among several top Tobago players selected or retained. A total of 171 players from Trinidad and Tobago and around the region registered for the tournament. Once again, the franchises will compete for a winning purse of $100,000. Second place will take home $50,000, while third place will pocket $30,000. No Man's Land Explorers won the inaugural tournament, defeating Pirates Bay Raiders in the finals. The tournament will be streamed to 145 million people worldwide. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
That's how we end our sports report. We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch Number 1, the building formerly occupied by Coastal. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at Number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, Building 1 and 2. The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorns Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorns Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back. Regarding the construction of the Friendship Connector Road, which is currently the source of controversy, the political leader of the PNM Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, declared that he would bring this matter before the Integrity Commission. Dennis highlighted Section 24(3) of the Integrity in the Public Life Act, noting that it applies to every member of public life in the nation, including Secretary Trevor James and Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, who he accused of violating the act.
No person to whom this part applies shall be a party to or shall undertake any project or activity involving the use of public funds in disregard of the financial orders or other regulations applicable to such funds.
He said that the actions of Trevor James, aided and abetted by the Chief Secretary, were a deliberate breach of law, a dereliction of duty, a betrayal of their oath, and a betrayal of the people of this country. As promised, the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries has deployed the no-fee current booster technology to assist in the oil recovery following the major oil spill which occurred in Tobago on February 7th. The no-fee current booster 6 is a high-speed containment, decanting and recovery system designed to be operated from one single vessel only. The system consists of an inflatable boom, which a decanting arrangement, and a pump system for transferring the collected oil from the separator area on board the vessel. No-fee INAC systems will also be engaged for a single vessel sweep tactic offshore, which allows for the use of one tow vessel, providing a more efficient operation overall. The Board of Directors of Studley Park Enterprise Limited has advised that operations at Spell will be closed on Wednesday, 6th of March 2024. As such, there will be no sale of materials to the public. Normal operations will resume on Thursday, March 7th, 2024. Now for the weather. According to the TNT Met Office, tonight will be generally clear and cool despite the low chance of 1 or 2 brisk passing showers. Temperatures are expected to 23 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow promises to be mainly sunny with the chance of a few showery spells, particularly over central and southwestern areas, all leading into fair night. And looking ahead to Sunday, expect a generally sunny conditions interrupted by few partly cloudy patches with brief passing showers. Fair night despite the odd shower. Seas will be slight to moderate for the entire weekend, with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. 100 vouchers distributed to persons impacted by the oil spill. Fishermen expressed gratitude for the assistance received. Owner or owners of vessel involved in oil spill will be held accountable, and in sport, karate in school initiatives launched. I am Kristen Zalandi. Thank you so much for joining and have a great weekend.